one. What is up? Welcome back to another video. Basically today it's Monday, so it's a news-ish video, but unfortunately or fortunately, there's not a whole lot of news to really go over, so I thought I would just discuss stuff. But basically we have a couple of things I want to talk about. For one, I just got a bunch of film back, so I'm stoked about that. Basically, I didn't shoot like any film at the start of this year due to a number of things. It's been crazy. But I just got a bunch of rolls back, which is going to be great for future videos. And then also, I just got a bunch of rolls shot. So I got some Portra 160 and some good old Kentmere 400. Big news is I got this $2.99 roll of film from Goodwill, and it's none other than Ilford Pan F. So I'm stoked about that. Expired in 2009, so it should be fine. Fucking looks, smells good. Actually, no, it smells like Goodwill. When I was out in Florence with my buddy John, check out his channel here, and we were shooting a video. Anyway, got this film, so jazzed about this. What am I going to shoot this through? Because I actually have two rolls of this, but I wanted to use one of these to test a camera that I just got, and that camera is, boom, this guy here, the Pentax, or the Asahi Flex Optic, whatever, the Asahi optical company Asahi Flex. And this is, I think, the second iteration, because it has the two flash sync points. It has a, I think, 36mm mount, and I just have the kind of standard 53.5 on here. It's a really goofy camera. It has a waist level viewfinder, this little like pop-up thing there. It also has the really wide range of shutter speed options here, a terrible advance system here, decent enough shutter button, and it was broken when I got it, which kind of pissed me off, because this was one thing that I actually got with the hope that it was working. Man enough to admit this. I go on eBay and I'm like, 4 parts or not working. This time I was like, let me treat myself. Let me get something that actually works. And that shit didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little test roll through this with my $2 film because it's black and white. I've been kind of wanting to shoot more black and white as of late. And I feel like with a kind of traditionally old camera such as this, it would be kind of good to pair that with, you know, black and white film as opposed to like newer color film, whatever. It's more an authenticity kind of thing. Ilford Pan F. It's supposed to be kind of sunny this weekend, so I'm thinking this will be advantageous because this is also a 3.5 lens, as I've said, but it's one of those tab releases for the back. Pops up like so. There's a lot of people that say that this is a better method to load film. I've just always done it this way. I find it fine. I'm also recording this that way in like a week or two after I've, you know, not shot with it, because it's inevitably going to be super cloudy. I won't forget what film I have in there, and now we're good to go. We'll see how this shakes out. I'm very curious because I've not shot with something this old in a very long time, and I've not shot Pan F, I think, since England, so that's been a while as well. We'll see. It should be fun. I'm stoked. Adventures of the Asahi Flex. This is the second Pentax camera. It has a returning curtain. It has the waist level viewfinder, and it has kind of an unrelated, untethered framing viewfinder here. It's not a rangefinder. It's definitely more of like a, I don't know, to help with framing, I suppose. But the idea would be to kind of quickly do something like this. But there's nothing in here, and also the glass is broken, so it's really just, I think, for looks, so you can get like a different perspective. But if you ask me, I kind of dig the little waist level viewfinder. And speaking of the photos that I got back, I don't know if anyone follows me on Instagram, but it's Romping Bronco. I recommend you do, mainly because I never post anything. Like, I used to post a bunch. I've got like over 1,500 posts just over the years. I used to just like fucking throw shit up all the time. And there's not really a good reason why I don't post stuff. I think I'm gonna probably try to, at least this week, and kind of get into a rhythm of posting more, because I have so many photos now that I've just held on to over the years. I just kind of lost desire, lost the steam to do that. And I remember back in my day, like, I got Instagram when I was in high school, which was a long time ago. But it was just like random stuff. Like, you just posted whatever, but now it feels like too curated. And my photography is like, it's not great. It's not good even. I would go so far as to say it's just kind of photos that I take. It just doesn't feel like a space in which I feel inclined to share my stuff. So it's like, well, what do I do with all the photos that I take? I just kind of hoard them, hold on to them mostly. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I feel like my relationship with it has changed over the years. There was a little bit of time a couple years back where like other apps were trying to like get in on the photo sharing experience, and that didn't really pan out too well. I feel like Instagram just kind of has the monopoly over that industry, which is fine. But I just don't view it as a means in which to successfully share stuff. Like, I have a couple people that I try to like stay updated on what they post and like the photos and stuff like that, and I have to go out of my way to find it, and I don't like that. Now basically all I use Instagram for is finding memes to send to my girlfriend. That's it. And sometimes I'll get like customers reaching out through there asking for stuff, and I try to respond to that in a timely manner, but honestly it's just a bunch more free time that I have. I might get onto it more, might try out some other stuff, but no promises there. Speaking of free time and meeting people and nothing at all, I just looked down and I noticed I got these stickers. And basically my last day at the shop, I met Joe Brook. He does a lot of skateboard photography for Thrasher, like for past couple decades basically. But he has this like big blue van with the American flag on it. And I've seen this van a few times in and around Portland. The first time I saw it was on a day that I made this video, which is, I think, one of the best things I've shot on 16mm. And we're just out looking at places and stuff. I saw the van and I was so fucking stoked about it. And he comes into the shop, super cool dude, gave me a bunch of stickers. There was a Ilford like documentary on YouTube about him. I highly recommend that. It's like one of my favorite videos on YouTube. So give that a watch. In other good news, did a lead test recently, and my favorite mug, which is this trim line from Davenport, Iowa, tested negative for lead. So for the 3 people, my mom included, that were concerned about lead poisoning, I'm good. It's just all of the other exposure, dangerous chemicals and other things that we should probably worry about, but no lead. There might be lead paint in the walls of this place, but that's fine because there's no lead in my mug. Also, I just brushed my teeth, so that was a big mistake there. If anyone even remembers this, but a few years ago I made a very unpopular video about iPod customization, and I just made the video last week about camera customization. And a little known fact about me is I have a lot of iPods. I love listening to my music through iPods. I find them really convenient, and I also just like things that are for a specific thing. I think that's because I'm secretly 90 years old and I like to be difficult, but just the idea of a dedicated music player is very nice. So I got this. This is kind of my go-to at the moment, just a standard 30 gig 5th gen iPod. Got some more music that I'm tossing on here. And then also I got this, and I am stoked about this. This is a little camcorder thing. It's called a Sony Webby. And the only issue I have with it so far, it takes memory sticks. A lot of the older Sony stuff does, but I can do like one of these, a little selfie option there, and I can also flip around, tear terrible hairline there, and do one of those, which I think is sick. So once I get the memory stick reader, I'll be able to make videos with this bad boy, and I'm super jazzed. 5 megapixels, so you know that shit's gonna be tasty. But yeah, iPod stuff. My idea too is to throw together some good playlists that I'm gonna listen to while I'm repairing stuff, and then, I don't know, try to like throw that out there on the channel for people to procure and listen to on their own time. Because of kind of the job situation, I wasn't really listening to a whole lot of music. I usually like will go on like month-long deep dives into the YouTube algorithm to find like some really obscure stuff that I like listening to, and then kind of don't listen to music for a while and then go back to it. But I'm kind of back in that flow. I'm going to be listening to more music, and I want to share that with you all because I find it fun. And it's another thing that like helps me work more. Good music. Back when I was like starting to completely tear apart Canon A1s is when I found out about death grips. And so it would just be like bumping death grips while working on A1s. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it as always. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.